Yo, what's up? We should be live. How is everyone doing today? Good to see you. And what's up? As always, let me just run a couple of quick tests to make sure that everything's fine. As per usual, my computer just decided not to work 5 minutes before starting. Honestly, I don't really know. I think live streams are like printers, you know. I think they smell the fear. Whenever you're like about to start, they just say like, "Nope, we're not gonna work." So let me just check it out to make sure everything's fine. Da, 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 da. This is it. No. Weird. Let me just. I'm just gonna search myself, Santianger. Oh, what's up? Well, good, Santi. Yeah, thank you. It always helps to confirm that everything's working. Productivity, Q&A. Yeah, okay. Nice. How's the music? All good? All right, cool. I think we're good. I am gonna put my phone on silence because reasons. And there we go. Awesome. What's up, guys? How are you all doing? What's up, Any Droid? Thanks for being here. Shanaka, what's up, man? Good to have you here. All good. Thank you for the feedback. It really helps to make sure that everything's working. There's nothing worse than being in a live stream and just talking to myself. So yeah, that's cool. Doing well. Nice. Happy to hear that. Water break. Ooh. The mustache is coming along. Thank you. Yeah, it's definitely growing. I just passed the 2 months, so it's a bit. It's like, what is it, like 63 days or something? 62? I don't know. But yeah, I just passed the 2 months of growth without trimming, without cutting anything, and pretty happy with it so far. My goal was always to give it 3 months and then decide if I'm gonna keep it or not. But so far, I'm really liking it, so that's good news. El hombre que hay de nuevo. ¿Cómo estás, Josué Peña Cruz? What's up, Josué? What's up? Impressive. Oh, thank you. Really appreciate it. Yeah, it's definitely been a struggle to grow this mustache because, as you can expect, people give you a lot of crap over it. You know, everyone in the live stream has been really cool. Almost everyone on YouTube, even in YouTube videos, which is what I was the most scared of. Like, just, I mean, not really scared of, but just like not looking forward to people giving me a tough time. Be like, oh, you should shave the mustache, you should shave the mustache. But people haven't really done that in YouTube. Like in YouTube comments, like only like 2 people have done it, and I just ignore them. But in real life, my mom's family, they're the worst. Thankfully, my closer family, they're just cool. They're like, yeah, you have a mustache, cool. Grow it out if that's what you want. And I'm like, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. But yeah, either way, people always have opinions on everything. That's just how it is. What do you think about Notion versus Obsidian? Yeah, that's a great question. I'll tell you. I'll tell you all about it. So, well, I have a video in case you haven't seen it. Just in case, just for the sake of not repeating myself too much. There's definitely a video that you can check out. Obsidian versus Notion. I need to search for my name. Santi Younger, this one right here. So it's a 1-year-old video. A bit more than that, 1.5 years. I'm gonna link it in here just for you, in the chat. But definitely some of my opinions have changed on this and have a couple of different ideas. So yeah, I mean, definitely check this video out for like a bit of more comprehensive take on it, or more comprehensive view on it. But some of the things that have changed from that video is that I think Notion has improved in one of the biggest cons that I had with it. Still, like, well, not the biggest, but one of the biggest things that I really dislike about Notion is how slow it is. You know, because whenever you're taking notes, you want to reduce the friction of like, okay, you have an idea, you just want to write it down. You know, you want to write it down and have a place where maybe later you can organize it better, but you want to have a place where you can just input ideas, right? As some people call capturing the ideas. And Notion is just too slow to load, right? But one of the things that have changed since I made this video was that Notion has improved on the speed quite a bit. You know, they keep doing more updates, and they're definitely improving the speeds. Let me see if I find it on Twitter, but they have a bit of, you know, so like a little nice graph or something visual that shows what has changed regarding speed. Let me see if I find it quickly. Notion HQ. Let's take a look. I'll show you the screen. Here it is. Before, let me see if I can copy GIF address. Does that work? That doesn't work. Just wanted to make it big. That's not working. Either way, there you have it. If it loads, is it even loading? Let me just refresh it. I don't know what happened. Okay, yeah, so there it is. So before it used to just like stay like that forever, and now they claim that it's a lot faster. So if you see on the right, it loads in like a second. This one takes like 3-4 seconds, you know, like less than a second, maybe 2-3 seconds, something like that. And this is just an example, but like they're saying that it loads 2.5 times faster than before, and that I think is a big improvement because, yeah, speed of loading I think is crucial. Some people have heard them talk about like, it's not the most important thing, like it's something that you're willing to sacrifice, but I guess that depends on, are you really willing to sacrifice speed? And for me, just super annoying to have to wait so much. But because they've improved on that, one of the biggest things that I just really wish there was an alternative to Notion that let you store your files locally or have an very easy and straightforward way to back your files up, you know, and Notion just does not have that, which is a bit annoying, you know. So that's one of the annoyances. I've been using Obsidian and it's just great. I'm trying to get my notes in my phone. Yeah, so Obsidian is pretty powerful, and the mobile app is pretty nice. So again, in case you haven't seen it, just because I know I have a lot of videos and you guys might have not seen all of them, I'm just trying to refer you to the ones that you might find useful. So in case you haven't seen this, where is it? Obsidian Sync. Yeah, this one right here. So Santi Younger, Obsidian Sync. You can just check this one out. Again, I'll put it in the description. Sorry, in the chat. There you go. And yeah, this one might help you, Josue, in case you are struggling with that. Obsidian, woo! My voice really cracked right there. I don't know what happened, but Obsidian Sync really is a great service. Yeah, but Obsidian Sync is great, you know? Really good. It is definitely a bit of a shame that it has increased in price, because it used to be half the price of what it is now. But, okay, I don't know if I'm gonna announce that now. But yeah, either way, there's a giveaway coming that I'm gonna be arranging, a way in which you can have, you know, some very nice prices that it will help you to use Obsidian credit in either Publish or Sync. Up to you, you know. So yeah, that's coming up. I might talk about it if you really want to right now, but I'm still organizing the logistics of it. But there's a cool giveaway for those of you that might be considering something like this. Yep, but that's what it's costing right now, $10 a month for Obsidian Sync. And Obsidian Publish is $20 per month, which to me is a bit too expensive because I don't even think it replaces a website, a real website, you know. It's kind of like an additional thing to a website. However, it is really cool, and if all you want to do is publish your notes, maybe you don't really have the need for a full-on website, but you just want to publish notes, then this might be exactly what you're looking for. So that's another cool thing. Like the two services that Obsidian provides, they're kind of optional. Sync is a bit more essential. Publish is a bit more optional. Sync, I think it just gonna make your life way easier. And $10 per month is like, it's okay. I mean, it is definitely a bit on the more expensive side, but you gotta just consider how the rest of Obsidian is free. So it's kind of like you're supporting the team by getting this as well, you know. Free books that you recommend to read, life, productivity, etc. Okay, great question. Okay, if you're a creative person or you're interested in art and just being a better creative person, maybe let me just pull it up so that I can show you exactly the book I mean. Man, this book is life changing. I love it, man. It's Rainer Maria Rilke, Letters to a Young Poet. This one right here. There is one in particular, though, like one editorial that I really like, or one version of it, because there's quite a few different translations, you know. It's a Penguin House Classics, Penguin Classics. They might have changed the cover. Oh, okay, here it is. Yep, this is the one. Okay, for whatever reason, this is in Spanish. That's annoying. Sorry about that. But yeah, either way, Letters to a Young Poet, Penguin Classics. Beautiful. This might be my favorite book of all time. I'm gonna just Google it because I don't know why that's in Spanish. That's annoying. But yeah, Letters to a Young Poet, incredible book, highly recommended. It basically is the experience of a poet called Rainer Maria Rilke, and he talks to a younger poet, someone that wants to be like him, and he kind of becomes his mentor in a sense, and they exchange letters, and he tells him all about what it takes to be an artist, what it takes to live a good life that aligns with your creativity and your desire to produce art. It's very deep. Like, it's in my opinion, this is a philosophy book, but it's poetic in the way it's written. I mean, you don't have to want to be a poet to read this. You just need to want to be someone creative. Even better if that's artistic. The other one that I highly recommend is Awareness by Anthony DeMello, or Tony DeMello, if you want. So here it is. Yeah, let's check it in Goodreads. Awareness, the Perils of Opportunity, Opportunities of Reality. Yeah, so by Anthony DeMello. I don't know if this is the exact version that I've read. Let me just check it out. Let's see it in Amazon, the Pearls. The thing is that I read a version that, well, I have the audiobook, and that, yeah, here it is. So the audible version. Let me just listen to the sample just to see if this is the exact version that I know. Oh, you can't hear that, can you? Just give me a second to try to figure out why you're not hearing it. Because, yeah, I'd love for you to hear it. Um, really strange. Let me see. But, oh, that's really weird. Okay, just give me 1 second just to see if I can fix it real quick. If not, don't worry, I'll keep talking about the book and what it is about. But yeah, and I can't even show you what I'm doing. Volume, because it's on the other screen. Well, I'll try that. Let's see. Can you hear now? Yeah, sorry, I don't know what's going on. But either way, it's incredible. Let me see if it's the same. Okay, so this is a slightly different version to the one that I know. I think the one that I found for this book was on YouTube. I don't know if they removed it, but the whole book is kind of like a lecture, So he's kind of giving a public lecture, and he pretty much just speaks the whole book. I mean, I'm sure a lot of it was planned, but he's still such a great guy. I mean, I highly recommend you check out some videos on YouTube. I don't know if the full video is still on YouTube because I think that's where I heard it first. But yeah, this is him, this guy right here. Highly recommended. Great stuff. Yeah, I don't know why you can't hear this. I'm sorry, that's annoying, but never mind. Okay, so that's book number 2. I almost forgot. And book number 3, yeah, I'm just gonna recommend Jordan Peterson. Jordan Peterson, 12 Rules for Life. I mean, this book's just next level because it is all about responsibility and becoming an adult and being a good person in modern society. So this is a very relevant book that I highly recommend. Right now, I'm both reading it and listening to the audiobook. So that's in my opinion the best way to read it because you can listen to the book while you take notes in the Kindle version. That is my preferred way to read these things. I do it all in my phone. And yeah, and that's really cool. Highly recommend this book. He just released a new one, but yeah, I'm currently reading this one. I mean, I've listened to so many lectures, hours and hours of Jordan Peterson, and I just got around to finally reading his book. So yeah, that has been long overdue, but excited to be reading it. I'm impatient for Log Sync to emerge. I'm managing my own sync with Git, but that doesn't work for iPad. Okay, yeah, I get you. Yeah, I mean, I don't know any Android. You might have even mentioned this, but I haven't really tried this. But there's an app called Sync. What is it called? Sync Thing. I think this is the one. I'm yet to try this, but I've heard really good stuff about this. You know, Syncith, Sync Thing. Yeah, this one should work pretty nicely because at least if you have an Android phone, it's definitely a pain. If you have something like iOS, Apple stuff, then it might be easier with iCloud to sync without something like Logseek Sync. But yeah, I'm also very excited for Logseek to actually use that. Sorry, for Logseek to release Logseek Sync, which I know is in the plans, right? I haven't tried it yet. Yeah, so I haven't tried it either, to be honest with you, but I think it looks really promising. I currently, for accessing my Logseek notes on my phone, I currently use Obsidian Sync. So I sync everything through Obsidian, and I don't use Logseek on mobile yet. And that is because Logseek on an old phone like this phone is like from 2000, I don't know, maybe 2017, so it only has Android 9. And Logseek, the mobile app, does not work in Android 9. So I'm getting a new phone soon, and then I might be able to be of more help. Let me just take a look. I think there might be sync. Yeah, okay. So actually, this is interesting because there is a conversation on my community. In case you haven't checked it out, it should be in the description. But if you go to community.santiyounger.com, I rebranded my whole community kind of thing, and now we're using Discourse, which is a much better platform in my opinion. And here's a conversation on how to sync across devices with Obsidian, and there's even a nice blog post. I'm gonna link this in the chat just so that you guys can see it. There you have it. Yeah, a nice blog post about syncing with Syncith, and yeah, some people discussing more stuff about syncing, and I shared some of my ideas. Some other people with different experiences also share their ideas about it. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, if you have any particular questions that you would like us to discuss further, the community is definitely the best place for that. The community currently, it is a paid community, not currently. That's just the way it is. And yeah, you can just read more about it here. You can have a 30-day trial, no credit card, which is pretty cool. And you can learn more about how it works and so on. But yeah, 30-day trial, no credit card if you want to try it out. It's a really cool place where I'm kind of like finally giving our community a place to discuss things. So if you want to check it out, definitely do so. Should be in the description. Is that so though? Let me just check if it's properly placed in the description. So I'm just checking out the... Okay, there it is. Yeah. Yeah, there you have it. So it's the first link in the description. I had some old links in there. Barry, what's up? Oh my gosh, that mustache. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, I'm continuously growing it and really excited to see how it turns up. My mustache god, if you're curious. Let me just see. Pretty. I forgot this guy's name, man. What is it? Greg T. Brown. Yeah, that's it. I was trying to pull up a couple of photos. Yeah, this guy is my idol, my mustache idol. This is my inspiration for an epic stash, and that's what I'm trying to grow, if I can. I mean, I don't know if I have the same potential, because this guy has like the best mustache ever. But yeah, at least I want to give it time to see how close to this I can get. It's a huge mustache, but I think it looks epic. Definitely looks epic. Yeah, I do have a couple of other inspirations and mustaches, but this is the ultimate mustache, man. that I'm trying to replicate. And he's a really cool guy as well, so that's awesome. There you have it. Bit behind the scenes. Behind the stash. Cool. Nice. Let's take a little water break. Water break. Cool. So yeah, that's what's going on. I need to stretch a little. Man, I've been trying this really interesting application and I just can't get it to work the way I want it to. But once I know how to use it, I'm definitely interested to see if it's something that I could make a video about. And what I'm talking about is an app called I totally blanked. What is it called? Oh man, I'm the worst. Okay, either way, I'll explain what it does. It's kind of like I want to find a way in which I can globally search all of my books, right? And this one right here, well, of course, like the Kindle app, you can download it for Windows, and that is kind of like what I'm currently using a bit, but I don't use it enough. You know, here are some of the books that I have in this account. Man, it's so frustrating because back in the day when I first started like reading digital books, I shared an account with my dad, and a lot of my books were there, you know. And because of that, I don't have all of my books in this account. So right now I'm kind of starting my new digital library in here. So yeah, either way, that's kind of annoying. But yeah, I mean the Kindle app is pretty decent. But I do want to try out a couple of more advanced ways to search across all of my books, you know. Because in here, let me just make sure before I lose my page that I write it down where I am in my phone, because right now I'm reading in audiobook in my phone. The new app that I was gonna try, I totally forgot the name. I'm literally the worst. But yeah, never mind. What is it called? You know what? Let me just try to search for it real quick because I totally forgot. It's so weird of me. Okay, I have it written down somewhere in here. I've just been trying quite a few apps recently and I totally forgot the name of this app. Let me just take a look. Huh. Yeah, no, never mind. I can't find it. I'm the worst. But yeah, either way, if I remember it, I'll let you know. Man, I can't believe I forgot the name of it. Never mind. Okay. So in the Kindle desktop app, you can just search for different, you know, you can like have your highlights that you take either on your Kindle, the Kindle app on your phone or whatever, and you can just jump to different sections, right? And that's pretty cool because to me, like being able to highlight and take notes is essential, you know. What's even better is that I really like the idea of taking notes in the Kindle app because then later I can move them to Readwise, and through Readwise I can then move them to Obsidian, you know. So that is what's really cool about it. So for instance, in here, I just go to this highlight right here, and I can just say this is the 80-20 rule, you know. And now that note should also go to Readwise. Now in Readwise, when you go there, let me just close this for a second. Let me open my, here we go. Okay, let me just make sure that I'm logged into Readwise. I recently was changing browsers, so I don't know if I'm logged into it. Okay, yeah, there we go. So this is my Readwise, and then in here, I can just search for the books that I have. Now I think that recently something happened and sometimes it's disconnecting from my account. Let's just take a look. So let's see if it's working. Sync it now. Yeah, it's importing the highlights, right? And right now I have a couple of books that I didn't import previously. Import more highlights. Cool, there we go. So back to dashboard and now browse. And if I search for the book that we're taking a look at, 12 Rules for Life. Yeah, you can just see that hopefully Yeah, there it is. There's a note that we just took in the Kindle app in here, you know. So 80/20, the 80/20, which is the Pareto principle. That note already came here, and now what's really great about Readwise is that I can also export this to Obsidian. You know, so if you go to export highlights, you can see that you can configure it to export into Obsidian through the Obsidian plugin. You know, there's a community plugin, the official one, and that works great. You can also do it to Notion. It keeps disconfiguring for whatever reason, and I keep configuring it, but I'm not really using it all that much. It does have a really cool other connections with Rome, for instance, with the Rem note, and that's pretty cool. I didn't know Mailbrew. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, so for sending highlights to your email, which I don't particularly like. But yeah, they're definitely expanding the kind of stuff that you can do in here. So that's really cool. Let me just take a look at something. Yeah, okay, that's working, cool. Nice, but yeah, Readway is incredible, and the fact that I can just like bring all of my highlights from my Kindle books, it's just incredible, you know. I used to buy or get ebooks in other places, but because of this connection with Readwise, I think that buying them through Amazon is probably the best way to do it, and you also support the authors, which is always nice. But yeah, I definitely wish it kind of linked with other services, because there's ways to buy Kindle books for cheaper in other websites. And there's even like some open source, or not open source, but public domain books that you can link in here easily. Well, you can do it, but very manually. So that's always a disadvantage. I'm still trying to perfect my system for organizing my books. But one thing that I would really like to be able to achieve that I haven't been able to do is to just search for a word anywhere. So like, let's just say philosophy. If I just search for that, it's not like there's no easy way in here to globally search across all of my books, and that's something that I really, really want to be able to achieve, you know? So that's quite annoying. So yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm still trying to find better ways. But yeah, if I find better ways, I'll definitely share that with you. Between Obsidian and Notion, I'm using Obsidian for 2 years now, and I don't think about changing my system for now, but Notion seems to be a big thing. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I get you, because it is hard when you have, you might be happy with the app that you're currently using, but when you hear so many people using another app, you might be like, hey, am I missing out on something? And I believe that between Obsidian and Notion, if you only use Obsidian and you never tried Notion, I personally use both of them. I use Obsidian a lot more than I use Notion. But Notion has some really cool stuff about it, Just to give you an example, I think it's better if I just show you by an example. Let me just open it first. Okay, here we have it. By the way, sorry guys, I think I'm a bit off. I don't know, maybe I didn't sleep enough or something, but let me just take a bit of a water break. I don't know why I'm a bit off today. Water break. Yeah, there you have it. Okay, cool. So in here you will be able to see that I have, if I just show you the screen. So here's Notion, right? This is my Notion setup. And here I have a table for quotes, right? And what I have in here is like a very nice way to organize things, kind of similarly to the way that we can organize things in a spreadsheet, and then I'm using tags and multiple tags for different things. So for instance, like the singular drop-down selection, I'm using it for authors. So all of these quotes are attributed to Marcus Aurelius, for instance, because that is a filter that I should have. Let me just take a look. Yeah, so I'm just filtering by Marcus, right? And that's what you can see in here. So if you can see the original thing, I have different authors for different quotes, and then I organize them in different categories. This is something that I don't think is very easy or even possible to achieve in Obsidian with such ease and in a very visual way that is easy to navigate, because there is ways to achieve something similar like this in Obsidian, but I believe it's too annoying, too complex, and just not worth it. And that is with the data view plugin, which, even though it's really powerful, I think it has a lot of limitations that can just be solved by moving whatever you're trying to achieve in Obsidian, by moving that part that you're trying to achieve into Notion. Of course, not everyone's willing to do that, and I totally understand, because you do want to own your notes. Thankfully, stuff like this you can export into, particularly tables, you can export into CSV, and that works pretty well. But yeah, that is one of the advantages of Notion, that you can have things like spreadsheets and use a lot of tags, and then you can create even like, this is a replica of the same table, but with a filter, so now this filter says the author is Marcus Aurelius. I could say that, and I can just make it be, let's find someone else that probably has a couple of quotes. Jim Rohn. Yeah, this one right here. And I want to remove Marcus Aurelius. Well, I only have one quote from him. Your level of success will seldom exceed your level of personal development. That's pretty cool. So yeah, now you can see that I'm only filtering authors from this list that I add in here. Let's just bring it back to Marcus Aurelius, or you can have 2 authors in particular in there. I mean, Notion has definitely been having like some really cool updates that are making it way even more intuitive, and I like that a lot. You can filter by all types of things. Here I have it by groups, which is another cool feature. So you can here have organized by topics. That's pretty cool. So yeah, it kind of depends. It's a really cool way to just be able to organize things. But it really is up to you, like I don't think Notion is essential, and if you really have need for something like this, I think there's even some better apps for some stuff like this, at least for, let's say, quote collection, which is something that I like using Notion for. For projects, I think Notion's still great, but this really brings me to an app that I'm really excited to cover, because it's just beautiful. It's just incredible. Let me just open it. Give me a second. If I just... There we go. Okay, I'm just logging into my main account. 1 second. This is going to be awesome. All right. Okay, so for quote collection, which is something that I love using, I love doing, I am using this incredible app called Napkin, and I'm super excited to share it with you, because I think it's gonna be, revolutionary for those of you that want to have a very visual way of organizing ideas without the hassle of setting everything up from scratch. This is an app that works really well out of the box, and it has some incredible features. So in here, as you can see, I have different tags, right? So if I just search for desire, you can see all of the different quotes that I have collected based on this topic. If I search for philosopher, I can see different things, Henry David Thoreau, and I can just filter all the quotes by Henry David Thoreau. Path, another topic that I like, really cool stuff. It's not enough that we do our best. Sometimes we have to do what's required. Winston Churchill, escape competition through authenticity, Naval. Really cool stuff. So yeah, you can just filter everything down like this, and it's such a beautiful way to be able to see ideas. I mainly use it for quotes and organization of ideas, but I definitely want to start incorporating some of my personal thoughts, because now they have a really advanced feature that I'm loving. Absolutely love it. And that is the idea, or kind of like the ability to be able to use stacks, right? So in stacks, you can organize. For instance, here I had an idea of free will, but let's just organize a new stack, and let's call this one philosophy, right? And now if I just search for philosophy, well, we can search for philosopher like that, and here we can see maybe this idea, and I want to drag it there. Let's just go here again, and let's just see what else we got. Let's go there, and that's how you can start organizing ideas based on a topic, based on some outcome that you want to have, so like that. And then you can even organize things by sections, and once you're ready, you can just copy it all, and then you can paste it in somewhere like Obsidian. So let me just load my Obsidian just to give you an example. I'm just checking that there's no private nodes right now so far. Well, there is a couple, but let me just delete them. Yeah, I did have a couple of personal nodes in there. I'm just gonna move it to somewhere else, and then I'm just gonna show you today's note. Okay, cool. Yeah, there you have it. So yeah, now here in Obsidian, again, I can just go to Napkin, and let's just, let me just actually show you. So like, maybe, yeah, let's just call it section 2. Section 2. And then you can reorganize some of these ideas. Maybe I want this down in here. And now let's bring a couple more. Let's bring something by Confucius, just to confuse us a little more. And let's just put this in there, right? Some Stoicism. Yeah, well, Confucius came up here. We want to put him in there, right? There we go. Yep, there we go. And now we have that organized, and now we can just copy it like that. And if I just bring it back to Obsidian, I can just paste it all, and you will be able to see, well, it tags it philosophy because that's what we named it. And then we have the different sections, and now we have it all organized, ready to, elaborate on these ideas. And it's such a cool way to organize things, especially for quotes. Like I said, I think it's just an incredible way to approach it, and I just absolutely love it. This is an app that I'm really enjoying. I think it's really powerful, and I'm just searching for it. I have been talking to the creator of this app for quite a while. And yeah, I mean, he's a great guy. David, he's one of the co-founders. And we're talking about making videos about Napkin because it's something that I would really like to make, and we've been talking about it for quite a while. So if you are interested in it, you should be able to create an account. I think they're already public, right? I'm just trying to check if because I do have an affiliate link in case you want to support the channel. Let me just see if I can find it real quick. If not, don't worry. But yeah, it's a really cool app. Just give me a second to see if I can find it. Yeah, I don't think I have it saved right now. But never mind. Don't worry about it. Once I make a video, I'll definitely be sharing that with you. So yeah, don't worry about that. But yeah, or feel free to message me in case you want to access the app. It's just because affiliate link is definitely a way in which I managed to support the channel, but right now I couldn't find it. Either way, I'll search for it later. That's my bad. But yeah, there you have it. Really cool app that I'm really enjoying. So that's it. That is Napkin. And by the way, yeah, I think Napkin, I'm just showing you. Yeah, Napkin already has kind of a couple of interesting ways in which you can input some ideas in mobile. But it also has a really cool Chrome extension or browser extension that allows you to capture thoughts from different places. And I think that's really, really cool. So yeah, there you go. That's Napkin. Check it out. I think it's a really, really cool app. And that's about it. Yeah, enjoy Napkin. There you have it, guys. I'll make a video about it sometime soon. I think it's a really cool way. And I replaced this setup that I had in Notion, and I moved it to Napkin because Napkin to me is a much more useful place in which I can make use of those codes and reorganize them with other ideas and have a place to create some sort of creative output, So that's what I'm using it for. There you have it. Cool. Awesome. Let me know if you have any questions. Any questions that you might like to ask about any topic. I'm always happy to talk about. I definitely want to try out sync thing, because I've definitely been struggling to find a good way to sync notes, particularly from Logseek, which is something that I'm curious to see how that works on mobile, at least until Logseek sync releases. But this looks really powerful. I just don't know if it's too complex, too annoying to set up, So yeah, that's where I'm at with that. I'm still a bit undecided on it. Cool. I forgot to check this that you said, Paul. You like to know why. So yeah, kind of like to conclude on the idea that you had between Obsidian and Notion. Why is Notion becoming such a big thing, right? And I think the biggest reason is because I think there's one huge difference between Obsidian and Notion that I think is what attracts so many people. Because yeah, Notion I think is way more mainstream than Obsidian. Obsidian is kind of like for those that have been searching for a way to organize their nodes for years and years, and they're trying to find the most advanced and the best system for their nodes. Perhaps people that are more into something like Zetocasting, they might be more interested in Obsidian, whereas people that are just like interested in like basic note taking and project management and organization of tasks, or maybe their students, I think Notion is way more appealing because it's easier to get started and it's way more hip, kind of like the cool kids use Notion, whereas the academics or the more advanced users use Obsidian. That's how I see it. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, definitely let me know if you have another perspective on that. But I think Notion has gained a lot of popularity because it is an all-in-one app, and I think that's very appealing. I definitely don't consider Obsidian to be an all-in-one app at all, because I think it really isn't an app for task management. At least that's in my opinion. I think you can make it work for task management. You can make it work even for kind of like spreadsheet data view, spreadsheet tables and organization of information in a way that feels like a spreadsheet, similar to Notion. I think you can do that in Obsidian, but I don't think it's the best place to do that, So yeah, that's definitely something that I think has attributed to the popularity of Notion. I'm sorry, someone is spamming the chat right now. I just had to block them. That's so annoying. Yeah, cool. Okay, I just have to do that sometimes. Someone's definitely spamming the chat, annoying way. But that happens. Either way, sorry, to conclude the idea of the Notion versus Obsidian, I think Notion is more appealing because you can do a lot more in Notion versus Obsidian, that is kind of more dedicated tool for either academics, business people, people that want to organize their thoughts in more advanced ways, either for writing a book, writing blog posts, and connecting ideas, creating original content. You can do that in Notion, of course, but I don't think it's as good as Obsidian is for that, particularly because of the concept of links, backlinks and just connecting thoughts. So yeah, there you have it. Ooh, best online courses you took, if you ever took. Yeah, I mean, I've taken quite a few online courses. That's a great question. Okay, so let me think, because someone did ask this the other day and I did give an answer. But I might want to recommend another one. Let me see, because here I have a couple of the courses that I bought. I think it's great to support, people that really care about making a quality course and making something that is, it sounds like I'm just like talking about myself because I make courses, but no, I'm really talking about all the creators that put a lot of effort into creating great courses that help you understand something in a much simpler way. So here are some of the courses that I've taken. I've taken more than this, but these are the ones that I have in Teachable, which is the place where I also grade my course, but I bought a couple of others. So I bought one on cryptocurrency. So this is like on DeFi, it's called, so it's decentralized finance. That one was pretty good. At the time I bought it, it was still pretty cheap. I don't know how much it costs now. That one was a good one. Maybe the best one that I've taken. Well, I'll give another honorable mentions, but I do have another one in mind. Spreadsheet Academy. This one is incredible. This one is for learning Google Sheets the right way, because I studied filmmaking. I had friends that studied other things that were taught in university, how to be a pro of spreadsheets, but I was never taught that at all. Like, I had zero education in that. And I never really took much interest when I was younger, but now I'm really seeing the power of how spreadsheets can make so much of what you do really organized. I organized my whole finances in a Google Sheet spreadsheet, and it's really powerful. It's taken me months and months to develop it, and I did have a lot of holes in my knowledge regarding it. So this course really helped me, so that's really cool. Highly recommend that course. It's incredible. A course by my friend, Howard Wimsest. I never know how to pronounce his name properly, but either way, Howard is incredible. I've worked with him in the past. I've edited a couple of videos for his YouTube channel, and he makes incredible courses, and I highly, highly recommend them if you're interested in animation. So that's another really cool one. And maybe this is the one that I would recommend to the wider audience. I think everyone would benefit from being better in spreadsheets. A couple of other cool ones for programming, for Blender, but I think the best one that I've taken, I don't know if it's the one that I recommend the most because it really depends if you're interested in this or not, but it is the CG Fast Track courses. These are just incredible courses for learning 3D art, and I honestly haven't taken a course that is better structured than this, that is so much effort in it, even revolutionizing the way that you take courses. I think this is probably the best course that I will ever take. It just has everything and it's so complete, and yeah, so well taught. It's really, really well taught. So yeah, that's my answer. There you have it. Couple of shout outs to really cool projects, really cool courses that I highly support. Yeah, there you have it. Cool, guys. I think I might just give an end to the stream in a bit. But if you have any final questions, feel free to let me know. Just because I need to go cook, and yeah, I just woke up in a weird mood this morning. I don't know why. I thought I was fine, but I'm definitely a bit off if I'm being honest with you. And sometimes I just need to rest a little to get back on track. I have a couple of really cool projects coming out. Like I said, there is a giveaway coming soon for Obsidian credit, which you can use for using Obsidian Sync or Obsidian Publish. That is really cool. I might be announcing that in a coming video. I still don't know what's the best way to organize that, but that's definitely exciting. So really excited about that. And yeah, definitely check out the community that I've launched. It's a really cool place to hang out if you want to ask more questions that are related to exactly what you're looking for, whether it is on productivity apps. I definitely want to start talking a bit more about philosophy soon. So if you're interested in that, do let me know. You can always reach out to me in Twitter or through my email, which should be in the description. But yeah, if you have any final questions, do let me know. If not, we're gonna be ending this soon. And water break. That didn't work. Water break. Hey John, taking your Obsidian class right now. It's great. Really appreciate that. Thank you so much for taking the time to go through my course. It definitely means a lot to me. And if it wasn't for people like you, every single one of you that has supported my courses by either getting them or even just watching my videos, you have no idea. You had such a huge impact in my life. Right now, this is what I'm doing, and I absolutely love it, So yeah, really appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, the level of freedom that I've been able to have thanks to you guys is just incredible. Like I said, today I'm a bit in a weird mood, and the job that I have right now, which is talking about this productivity stuff, allows me to maybe take a break, take it easy for the rest of the day, and that's such an amazing privilege that I don't want to take for granted, and it's only because of your support, guys. So yeah, that truly means a lot. Hope you know that. Cool. Awesome, guys. Thanks, Paul. Thanks, GamerXRon, for being here. Thanks, Shanaka. John, I already mentioned. Josue. Thank you guys for being here. I hope to see you next week. I usually stream on Tuesdays. You can always check out, there's a link in the description where you can see where I'm going to stream next. I need to do a bit of a better job at, at updating that in time, but you can always see that in here, like santianger.com/livestreams. It should be in the description. And you can add this to your calendar, to your Google Calendar, like subscribe to it so that you know when is the next time that I stream in your time zone. So that should be helpful. And yeah, with that said, I hope you guys have a great day, and I hope to see you next week. Thank you, guys. Bye.